afternoon. I'm going to talk about an empowerment evaluation approach to the work that I've been doing recently. It's hard not to end up, in evaluation without taking a look at concepts of empowering the audiences, the communities that you work with, and then trying to be transformative in terms of having the evaluation data illuminate the conditions, what's going on, and then facilitating a process where we can actually transform things within society, within particular communities. So one of the things that this work entails is really building a community will, building the will to do this work, to engage, to take a look at, to be self-reflective, to make the commitment for the involvement. So part of my work now involves that. When I first started an evaluation, I almost am embarrassed to tell you this, but I think I wore a white lab coat and a clipboard, and we evaluated goals, and then we told people whether they achieved their goals or not. Think of how far we've actually moved from there. And everybody's introduction here, it's hard to really think about evaluation without a diversity, to have the different self-identities represented in your evaluation process, to be respectful of communities and let them have a voice and participation in a very authentic way. So I think in the 30 years plus, and I won't tell you exactly how many years those are, that's been my journey. And it's been a really interesting journey, to actually see the development of evaluation, the use of evaluation, and having evaluation capacity embedded into organizations, government, at the policy level, at the program level, and more importantly now, at this point in my career, to embed it into local-based community agencies, organizations with that. So what does it entail? It entails, developing community will. Had to learn how to do that. We all have to learn how to do that. Conditions for success. We pretty much know from the research what the conditions are to make this successful. Partnerships clearly is one of them. But partnerships has to be an equitable give and take. And I see too many partnerships that aren't that. It's a one-way street within that. So I think we probably need to get a little bit better with those partnerships. And then to provide some skills-based leadership. Because we often work with marginalized communities, and we need to build some skills. We often make the assumption that they don't have the capacity to do that. There isn't a single community, a single evaluation that I've worked at where I had a stereotypical biased view of what the community could do. And they always amazed me. So that's a lesson learned, to share with that. The other thing in terms of this work is going beyond Michael Quinn Patton's utilization-focused evaluation. I think it's got to be action, and it's got to be, action that leads to advocacy based on the information and the data we collected. And quite frankly, I'm not concerned about qualitative, quantitative. That's an irrelevant battle for us right now. It's collecting the right data to illuminate a process that empowers people to take action, to deal with their issues in a respectful way.